put off saying anything because I'm not sure what to say. I wish I could tell more of my story, at least over the past couple years. I just don't know how to do it. I don't know the right way to tell my story. And that's frustrating. But today I want to talk about what I'm thankful for. But I think it's important to have and express gratitude for the good things you have, especially when you're going through dark, hard times, to try to remember the good things that are going on. You can find something. Just being alive is usually a plus. I'm still trying to see my kids. It's been... I don't want to get into it too much. I'm just really... Still trying to see them. I wasn't expecting this. But what are we thankful for? What am I thankful for? I'm thankful for this house. When I got here to Florida, I remember... Oh, man. I didn't really have a plan for housing. I was going to do some long-term... What do they call it? Long-term stays. I got some housing set up. It's not ideal. It's one of those extended days, hotels, motels, things. But it's quick. It's got a bed, it's got internet, it's got utilities. It's going to get me set up right away. Is it where I want to be? Probably not. But it's a week-long stay. It can be extended indefinitely, I guess, until, I guess for all eternity. You can stay in the hotel for eternity. Like any hotel, maybe. Thankfully, that didn't work out. Thankfully, I was able to find a good deal on a rental house, with the stipulation being it's going to be under construction. It might be 30 to 60 days. I thought, okay, well, that's 2 months of a house I can live in. It might not be the most comfortable or beautiful experience, but it's a roof over my head. So I did it. 2 years later, here we are. And it's been improved. There's floors, there's new cabinets, new paint on the walls. There's this fireplace. It's cozy. Who doesn't like a fireplace? It's gas powered. I don't have to lug logs over here. And there's two of my favorite appliances, the best appliances on earth. First one being a washer and a dryer. I'm thankful for those machines. I don't have to go to a laundromat. I know what it's like to go to a laundromat. I know what it's like to go to a laundromat with 7 kids and you're loading up 7 machines in a row, popping in quarters, hauling basket after basket of clothes. I know what that's like. And to have a machine in your house that you can just, anytime, clean your clothes, dry your clothes. It's very, very nice. Dishwasher. Our Utah house dishwasher was out for 6 months. That was weird. And I did a lot of dishes by hand. Well, all the dishes by hand. There was no machine. Utah house number 2 had a dishwasher. That was amazing. It's just a great... When I moved here, there was no dishwasher. I did the dishes occasionally, at night. Scrubbed everything by hand, dried things on the counter. But now there's a machine that does this for me. I put all the dishes in. I put in one of those little Tide Pods for dishwashers, whatever they're called, those packets. I put on a delay of 5 hours, and sometime in the middle of the night it just wakes up. And then when I wake up, the dishes are done. It's a great machine. I'm thankful for my table. It's one of my first luxury purchases. I remember I went to the thrift store. Valentine's Day 2018. Went to the thrift store, bought a table. It was half off day. I was like, oh, this is a great price. Oh, it's half off. Amazing. So I brought that home. Just to have a place to sit down. There was no place to sit down. There was no furniture. I didn't come with any furniture. I had nothing. And it was still difficult to buy that table because I was almost resistant to the idea that this was a permanent situation, that I was settling into this Florida house. Why bother if I'm just going to pick up and move anyway? If it's just me, why do I need a table and 4 chairs? But I went ahead and did it. I'm glad I did, because I've had several people, more than a plural amount of people, enjoy that table with me, and it's been great. I bought a couch a year after that. I think it was like February 2019. I bought a brand new couch. Nothing fancy. Where did I buy it from? Big Lots or something? Had a nice contemporary look. It was affordable. Again, if I was going to have any socialization, I want to have a place for guests to sit down, and this is kind of a nice addition. It felt like a luxury. It's a brand new piece of furniture. I can't remember ever buying a brand new couch, ever. Or any brand new furniture, really. We always went to the thrift store and just grabbed what we could. So this is, it's nice. I try to take care of it. I've had enough to eat. I don't do a good job of eating well, I don't think. I do treat myself to those meals in a box. I come to your door, those meal delivery services, like Blue Apron. I do that occasionally and they're always like, we're going to give you half off. I'm like, okay, I'll do 50% off, and it's comparable to going on a standard grocery trip. So that's a nice luxury treat. Good meals. I get to take a nice photo afterwards. I know what it's like to struggle for food. In the final days of our Utah experience, things were incredibly tight. I don't think I realized the state that things were in, but we didn't have a lot of food in the cupboards. I was going to the food bank. It was a delight for the kids because I'd come home with this box overflowing with food, even diapers. They had diapers at this particular food bank, and the kids were very excited. Like, where did you get all this food? This is amazing. So, well, I went to a special store, blah, blah, blah. I certainly wasn't proud of going to a food bank. It was embarrassing. I was ashamed. But you do what you got to do. That was an interesting experience. I remember carrying Promi to the food bank and ask him to pick something out. And you could pick, they had these different shelves, like canned goods or cereal. And you could pick out one item. But they were pretty generous. They knew I had 7 kids, so I don't know if they let me get a little extra or whatever, but that was a humbling experience. Just thinking about it. That was only for a couple months. But it was much appreciated and much needed. I should mention, too, the community, in my time of need, brought us food over. I know specific families in the neighborhood that cooked us meals and brought it over. I don't know why. I mean, I certainly didn't have a lot to give back or give to the community. I was an outsider. I wasn't a Mormon. But these Mormons took it upon themselves to cook, bring over food. One day I got a random gift card. Like a man I didn't know came to the door. And I was alone. I was taking care of the kids. I was like 8 or 9. It's like someone knocking on the door. I was like freaking out. And someone I didn't recognize, I thought, oh no, what trouble's going on now? But he's like, you don't know me, but a person really wanted to help out and donate this Visa gift card. That was huge. So I know how things were, and to be able to now not have to worry about food. I still worry, like it's hard to get out of that mindset of thrift. I could go to Winn-Dixie right now and it'll be okay. I can afford food. I've had pretty good health. I mean, relatively good health. I think I suffered, and still am to a degree, extreme stress and depression. And about the time Amy left, I can look back at photos and I lost like 30 pounds. I'm already a thin guy, but 30 pounds. I can see pictures of myself or videos of me tucking in a sweater into my pants. And this is like an undershirt, a sweater, tucked in with a belt. And a lot of times I was wearing pajama pants under my pants just so they wouldn't fall off. It's crazy. It's not something I like broadcast or tell people, but I look back on those photos and it's like just to keep my clothes from falling off this frame, the amount of effort it took. I'm thankful that over time, and it took some time, I gained that weight back. And now I think I'm back to like a normal weight. But just the health experience of going through that, that's something I'm going to talk about some other time. I don't want to talk about it now, but and it continues to be significant. When I say I haven't gotten sick, I haven't gotten like, I haven't been sick for like, I haven't been like laid up in bed for a week with snot and cough. I haven't had that. I've felt ill for like a day or two, so I've had that. I mean, but sick, no puke or anything like that, thank goodness. But overall, I've been pretty well, and I'm thankful for that. Work was a difficult issue for it seems like a long time. When I got to Florida, my business had kind of imploded. I didn't even have the energy or the gumption to restart business in Florida. I tried. And again, I don't want to get into the health and depression stuff too much, but just to get out of the bed in the morning was a struggle. So trying to have the gumption to be a salesman on top of that, I was delusional to think that was possible. But I remember like really trying for a while. I remember being in an Uber and talking to the Uber driver. He's like, yeah, I do real estate on the side. You're a real estate agent. Oh, okay. Well, you know what? I shoot videos and the aerial photography. Let me help you out. He's like, great. And we exchanged information and emails. And so I was really going after it, but it was a struggle. And it took months and months to get, and thankfully I still had some clients. Thankfully I had business equipment to sell, so I still had some money coming in, or I eBayed my equipment. I sold my drone, I sold my time-lapse equipment, which I almost kind of regret. But when you're in that moment and you have to pay bills, you do what you got to do. I don't know if I'm ever going to be able to. I don't know if I'm ever going to buy that stuff back again. I always tell myself, and this happened before, like I go on a selling spree because I'm desperate. It's like, well, I'll just buy it again. It's only $2,000 for a drone. Certainly I could, will I ever actually make the leap again if I don't have to? I don't know. So that was gone pretty quick. But I'm thankful I've been able to find steady work. And again, I can pay for food. I can pay for a house. And I'm thankful for that stability for sure. And sometimes I complain to friends a lot that, the lack of excitement. I'm not taking risks. I'm not going out there and taking pictures like I used to at night. Well, life is a lot more stable now. It's a lot more boring now, but, what do I want? Do I want stability, or do I want adventure and risk right now? What's it going to be? Right now, and it could be both. There are circumstances where you can take risks as an artist and still have a nest egg to fall back on. I'm not there yet, but having to have that choice, which do I prefer? Desperate times going to a food bank, or just the monotony of just daily work and paying the bill? I'll go for the monotony and stability right now. So I'm thankful for that. I'm thankful for that monotony. And, things have come a long way in that regard. I'm thankful for my new car, my small personal vehicle. It is not new. It is a clunker from eons ago. But what can I say? It starts when you turn the key. It moves to other locations from point A to point B. I can park it in small spaces. When I came here with the Giganto van, it wasn't working. The wheel literally stopped turning. It wouldn't start. What's really scary is on the way here to Florida, I was taking Ronnie and Promi to Tennessee. And I was like, Ronnie, do you hear that sound? Like there's something weird going on with the wheel. But it was very subtle. And when you're on long trips, you hear things, and I tend to worry about the sounds of the car. Like, what is that sound? It sounds different. It got us where we had to go. There were no problems at all. When I got to Florida, I kept hearing more sounds. I feel like this van's about to fall apart. And then eventually, the sounds were for real, and I thought that wheel's gonna pop off. But that was a stress. I'm thankful for safety. I'm thankful for the good times that we had with that van.
Do we have straws?
Yes, tons of straws.
Okay, great. Thank you. Okay.
But it's gonna be really big. It's gonna be so happy.
We adopted 2 kids with that van. We were a family with that van. I guess it just knew it was time. It was its time, and the van kind of just gave up. It was cool to have. It was a cool thing for its time. So I'm thankful for my vehicle, as embarrassing as it is. It gets me where I need to go. I'm thankful for my friends and family. I'm thankful for friends that are long distance, family that are long distance, family that is close by, people in Florida, new friends here. Boy, it's been great. Very uplifting. And the safety net, one of the reasons I came to Florida was that family is here. There is some semblance of community here that I can fall back on, and that's been important. And there's friends and family from Utah and from Pennsylvania I still talk to. To be able to talk to friends that knew me before all this is really something. because they have perspective and they help me find perspective. Because when you're in the pit, it's hard to see out and figure out where you are on this map. But to have people to talk to that knew you back in Camp Hill, Pennsylvania, that knew you back in Kanab, Utah, family that's known you your whole life, they can triangulate things far better than I could have. For me, it has helped to make an active effort to focus my thoughts, focus on those positive things instead of dwelling in what has been lost or what should have been or what will be, because it just invades your thoughts, it invades my dreams constantly. So I try to stay positive as best I can. But it's been a dark season for sure. But I'm here, I'm sitting by a fire. I do want to share more, I just don't know how. I do know how, I'm just afraid. Why are you afraid, Andy? Well, I can't say. Because I'm afraid to say. A lot of fear. So we'll see.